Hello there. I wanted to expand on the drama that began to develop that first year in Hanover College. In the following summer, things expanded even more wildly in ways I had never anticipated. I was spending those 3 summer months with my parents in Western Europe, sometimes even out there on my own. It was when we came to Venice, Italy, that I realized, wow, what a fool I had been. Just a few years earlier, my junior year in high school, I had chosen to have my grandmother move in with my sister and me rather than go with my parents to Italy. They were there for 4 months, and I could have lived on the Grand Canal. My father was there to do some anti-pollution control work, and I had declined the offer. I was comfortable with the world I was familiar with, and I saw no need to broaden that. Well, now, boy, quite the opposite. I realized I had limited myself terribly and that there was a huge world out there, and I wanted to know more about it. Consequently, I spent a great deal of time whenever the opportunity presented itself to talk to the locals. I wanted to know how they understood life, what they saw as the good and the bad. As I went from country to country and situation to situation, I began to realize each one of them had their own unique worldviews, very rational, very reasonable, that directed their lives. But they sometimes conflicted with the views of some of their neighbors. That's when I realized what it was going on and had happened at Hanover. There were 2 worldviews in contention there, the one that I was familiar with, that I'd grown up with, and the one that I was now encountering in the world of academia. I was just simply caught in the middle, which raised for me a very interesting question. Worldviews are not the same thing as truth, which raised the question, what is then true? That, folks, set me finally out on this important journey to find out what indeed, in the midst of all the reasoning that goes on in the world, is indeed true. Please join me in that enterprise as I continue. Thank you.